Koisak. Welcome to Storytime. Storytime is a show filled with imagination. Sometimes I'll tell true stories about my life, sometimes made up tales of fantasy. For example, today we will be reading...
Once upon a time, my family took me to the most awesome playground you'd ever go to. My 8-year-old brother and my 12-year-old self were super excited to go on everything. There were 3 types of people there at the playground. The annoying teenagers on their phones, listening to annoying modern music, playing games and texting their friends. The hyper toddlers who ran around like maniacs with their parents running behind them, making sure they don't fall over. And then there were the kids like me, who were way too old for most of the rides, but went on them anyway and acted like they were 5 years old. At the playground, there were 2 annoying-looking 5-year-olds. One was a boy with very short blonde hair, glasses, and bogies up his nose. I think the other one was his twin sister. She had the most annoying smile any child can have, and she would be one of those kids who always says, "I'm telling my mummy," to everything you say to her. And did I mention that their mum looked just like Nicki Minaj? Yeah, so one of the rides there was this really cool seesaw which would spin round and round as well as going up and down. I really wanted to go on it since I'd never been on it before. The only problem was the 2 little kids were already on it, screaming and laughing because of all the fun they were having. But then I thought to myself, hey, I'll go on the other rides. I'll let these kids have fun. They'll get off soon anyway. And I had loads of fun. I went down slides. I climbed the crow's nest and then fell off. I got really dizzy on a roundabout. And I also went on a pirate-themed ride. Before I knew it, an hour had passed and we were going to go home soon. But on my way to the seesaw, this is what I saw. The 2 kids were still on the seesaw, still spinning. They hadn't changed direction. They hadn't stopped for a break. They had just been spinning for a whole hour without stopping. I was angry that I didn't get to go on the seesaw, but then this happened. Both kids fell off at once. I was so happy that I could have a go on the seesaw that I felt like this. The little girl ran off crying to her mum, probably blaming the whole thing on her brother, while the little boy just lay there without moving, probably too dizzy to even be able to open his eyes. You couldn't help but to feel sorry for him. I thought he was dead for a while, until after 10 minutes he stood up, looked around, and went somewhere. But it leaves me baffled how easy entertained little kids are. The ride, on which they were for an hour, my brother and I got bored of being on after 30 seconds. Remember, this is a true story.
Oh, what a good story. The moral of this story is, don't go spinning on a seesaw for a whole hour. Trust me, it doesn't end well. Good night, everybody.